In 2022, you testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee and stated, quote, "I condemn in the strongest possible terms any prospect of retaliation against whistleblowers," end quote. Do you still agree with that statement?
Yes.
Do you feel that your actions as the FBI leadership during your tenure live up to that sentiment?
Yes.
Director Wray, a few months ago, we heard from, are you familiar with a Special Agent Garrett O'Boyle?
I'm familiar with the name.
After Mr. O'Boyle came to Congress and blew the whistle on the misconduct at the Bureau, his clearance was unsurprisingly suspended. Did that surprise you? Do you find that suspicious?
I can't discuss a specific security clearance matter, partly because the security clearance determinations are made by ODNI, directed by the security clearance manager, which is not the FBI director. And I don't want to insert myself into the process while appeals are pending, for example.
Well, as a leader, I think it's important. We need to have the opportunity, and you know by law that they have the opportunity to be whistleblowers and talk to Congress and inform us on issues. And I think to restore trust in the FBI, it's imperative on you to allow whistleblowers to come forward. And for us to have the oversight we need to have to make sure, I mean, we're seeing the polling numbers that the FBI is tanking, and it's under your watch, sir. And it concerns me for the American people. When I'm in the district, the number one concern, and I come from a fairly rural district, is weaponization of the FBI and the DOJ coming after conservative American citizens who just simply want to have a voice in the process. And so I would encourage you, Mr. O'Boyle, I understand he has been suspended since September of 23, almost 10 months now, 2022. He was suspended in 2022. So almost a year now, the man's trying to go without a paycheck. I don't know, could you make it 10 months without a paycheck, Mr. Ray?
I prefer not
According
to.
To what, yeah, well, you talk about your wife not being real happy, but yeah, taking a pay cut. Well, can you imagine 10 months later, and you're still going through a process for just a whistleblower coming to the Congress and trying to inform us on issues he sees within the FBI? I think we could help you in the process if you would allow us. But in some ways, we have to look at this whistleblower and other whistleblowers and encourage them to come forward and be truthful with the American people. Two real quick questions. Why would the FBI offer Christopher Steele $1 million to verify a dossier about Trump-Russian collusion, and then the same FBI offer $3 million to Twitter to squash a story on the Hunter Biden laptop? Do you have any idea why a law enforcement agency would be playing into elections?
Well, you raised a number of different issues there. So first, as to the Steele dossier, that, of course, is a subject treated at great length in the Durham report, which and again, predates my time as director.
I understand that, but it was the same agency paying $1 million to push one story out or try to collaborate one story, and $3 million to quiet another story for political opponents. I don't quite understand.
And then I would, as to the second part related to Twitter, I would disagree with your characterization respectfully. When there are payments to social media companies, that is by longstanding federal law going back, I think, about 4 decades, where we have to pay companies for their costs in responding to legal process. And it's not just social media companies, it's other kinds of businesses as well.
Well, when those stories get out, and you understand, and certainly the dossier story, and I know that wasn't under your watch, but also the Hunter Biden laptop story, that, to me, looks political. To the American people, it looks political. And I'm just an everyday guy. I'm not an attorney, Mr. Ray, just an everyday guy. But to me, it looks extremely political, and that is why you're having trouble keeping the FBI's reputation afloat.